universe. This is the Topshelfers podcast, bringing you the weird, the crazy, the exciting stories of the internet. My name is Wesley McBean, and with me always, the man, the myth, the legend, Forrest Curtis. Hey, we live.
Alrighty.
First time during the fucking day. I'm just gonna update all the social media bullshit. Let people know where we're at.
Fuck.
Wow, I'm watching myself right here, and I'm like, so much slower. There's so much of a lag.
Right.
It's delayed.
Yeah, until you get, so I guess how it works, we're Twitch affiliates, so we can make money off Twitch now.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, but once, you don't get, like, immediate streaming until you're, like, a partner, and that's kind of hard to get.
So you just have to have, like, a lot of viewers?
Yeah. I think you have to average 75 viewers a night for 30 days.
So that's what you're trying to make it to?
Yeah, that's our next goal. Because that's when you get, like, Twitch starts giving you sponsorships and a whole bunch of weird shit.
You're getting boxes of Oreos sent to your house.
Right?
Exactly. Kool-Aid jammers.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be the dream, though.
Right?
I think that's the best thing about, like, having a job where you're sponsored by someone, like Nike. You're a football player.
Yeah. It's fucking rad.
Yeah.
Just free
like,
shit.
Oh, here, let me make these shoes for you.
Right?
Any color, any scheme, you know? It's like, and it doesn't cost them a dime.
I saw the funniest sponsor ever. This dude, he was like a YouTube and Twitch guy, and he always talked about those Crustables. You remember those, like, little...
Oh, with the PB&J?
Yeah. So he would just talk about how much he fucking loved them.
Uh-huh.
And one day he went and he's like, guys, I just got something in the mail from Crustables. I've never even talked to him. They sent him a 24 karat gold chain Crustables.
What?
Yeah, and then like it's like a lifetime supply of them. Like he gets like a box every month or something like that of Crustables.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, just because he talks so much about them.
That's fucking hilarious.
Such a fan of Crustables.
Right?
Hello, Diego.
Crustables.
What the fuck? Yeah, dude, we're doing a day stream.
No, we're doing another one later, but...
Yeah, we're doing doubling up today.
Yep, had to get this. We had to get it in.
Yep, definitely.
So, we always ask, first time you're on, first time anyone's on, if you've ever had any paranormal experiences in your life. And if so, what are they?
Okay. So, I guess my first paranormal experience, which I remember, I have two really vivid, and it's not aliens, it's more like ghosts.
Okay.
It's like when I was a kid, maybe, I don't know, 10, 12 or something like that. We were having a sleepover, that's what you do.
Right.
As kids. And my buddy was all telling me, like, it might be just in my head, but he's like, oh yeah, someone was killed in my basement, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, okay, he's like, this is my buddy just trying to pull my leg.
Right.
So that night, I'm sleeping there, and the basement door is, like, right there, and I'm laying like this to I'm facing it. And all of a sudden, I just, like, wake up, like, more scared than I've ever been. And I'm just looking, and I'm just, like, see, like, this figure just standing there staring at me. Yeah.
What? Like, could you, like, recognize it? Was it, like, a human form, or was it just, like...
It was a woman. It was a woman formed it, and that's all.
Ooh.
Like, and it's just the thought of being there, and, like, that was a kid then.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it just seemed like the realest thing. I think ghosts are real.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, because we've had, 30, 40, 50 different people on, and we always try and talk about that at the start, like,
yeah,
what is it? Like, is it actually, like, someone who died and they can't, like, pass on? Is it, like, our consciousness is left over and you get, like, some sort of energy left over? It's...
That could be it. It's like a plasma.
Yeah.
Like your spirit's like almost a plasma in, like, a different dimension.
Right.
Yeah.
You get stuck here, trapped,
Yeah, and
That's
maybe it's
cool.
not everyone who has that, or, like...
Yeah. Maybe it's because your past life is holding on to you, maybe to get answers, or to like, or maybe your soul needs closure. Say,
Right.
if you were murdered, for instance, like that woman that I seen a ghost in my buddy's basement, was she murdered? You know.
And she wasn't able to get
Yeah.
closure with like all of her family and friends and loved
did
ones.
she do it herself? Was it a suicide?
That's true, yeah.
Was it murder or homicide? Could be.
Yeah.
anything.
Because that's my big like hypocritical point in my life. Because I don't necessarily believe in like an afterlife, like a heaven or hell type thing.
Right.
So I get stuck between like, if I don't believe in heaven or hell, how can I believe in like ghosts? But I think it's completely separate things. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think heaven and hell is more of a religious thing, and
Yeah.
ghost and is more of like spiritual.
Yeah.
Like sixth sense almost.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe people who are more in tune with like themselves, maybe they can like.
Or someone
Stay
who's
a
done a
little
lot
longer.
of mushrooms.
Definitely
Exactly.
got some stories with that.
Yeah.
So what's your second experience?
A few years ago, I was living in Colorado and just moved into a brand new house, and I don't know how the experience was. It's like a poltergeist
Yeah.
effect, Like I'm sleeping there. It always happens at night. Like when I'm sleeping there. This time, I'm sleeping there, and then I wake up, and I'm like, I can't move. I'm like frozen, can't move, paralyzed basically. And I look over, I can like move my head a little, look over, and like there's this little black dog like running around. Right.
Ooh.
Yeah, little black dog running around, and then like it takes off. Then I'm just like what's going on? And I just like get this cold, cringing feeling coming over
Oh,
me.
shit.
And then there's this man standing over the top of me, and it's dark. It's like a dark soul. Just
Right.
yeah. So
What is that called? There's a word for that. Sleep paralysis?
sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Some people call it poltergeist or something
Yeah.
like that. So, the thing about that one was I wasn't the only one who had, like, my cousin, which is in a room away, had that same experience. Like
Oh, wow. So it's same exact like dog running around the
Yeah,
room and...
dog running, and then the guy. standing
That's
over
so
the top.
crazy.
Ooh, that gives me the chills. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's super gnarly.
No, and I've heard poltergeist. Like those are the ones you don't want to.
Yeah.
Because
Those ones that can actually do stuff.
Yeah, powerful.
Yeah, they can follow you too. They can attach themselves to you. Like if you're not like you got good chakra. Or
Yeah.
Yeah. If you got like that negative energy, they can suck on that negative energy and get like stronger is what I heard.
Oh, they will.
Yeah.
They do,
Yeah, that's so gnarly. That's
Ooh.
crazy though to think about.
Yeah. What about you guys? You guys had any alien encounters?
Kinda. So we've gone like all over Utah to like different places to try and find weird shit.
Yeah.
And we've never really seen too much stuff besides at Skinwalker Ranch, which is out in like Roosevelt. And they're like there's like a movie now, and there's like all this hype behind it that it's like this it used to be like a Indian ground, and skinwalkers are basically Indians who learned how to like transform into animals, and they can do good or bad.
Really?
Yeah, so they're out. The stories are that they're out there, and sometimes you see like these giant wolves, and it could be a skinwalker. Has like tons of UFO sightings.
Looks like an old Indian tale.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Skinwalker, but I don't see how it's not possible.
Right? Exactly.
Oh yeah, I think it's possible for sure. Like
In UFOs, like what's that most recent? I just barely watched one. It's like a military UFO sighting, and he's trying to catch up to him, and he's like, whatever jet, fighter planes they use, but he's trying to catch up to him, and the wind's 120 knots going at him, so which is like
a lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
And it just took off in front of him. It was like nothing.
Is that the Tom DeLonge one?
Is that the one, yeah, where he's in the jet chasing it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's crazy.
That is a crazy one.
Yeah, that's the person who released that is he used to be in Blink 182, and now he runs this huge, or is he a CEO or what is he of that?
He started it. I don't know what exactly.
Yeah, he started this company, and now it's like fronted by a bunch of these big government heads and it's all looking into UFO activities.
Yeah.
And I guess they had that footage and put it out everywhere. And he's like the front man of that company because obviously he's popular.
Yeah.
But
It has to be face.
yeah. I don't know why anyone doesn't believe in UFOs nowadays.
Right?
I read something earlier. It's like, like 70% of people who've had UFO sightings or not sightings, but claim to have been abducted.
Yeah.
Were like on drugs, hallucinating.
It's possible, but I don't know. I feel like it's pretty. What's the word? Pretty like arrogant for us to think that we're the only intelligent life out in the universe.
Yeah.
Like it's.
You look up in the sky and you're not really looking up. You're just looking out.
Yeah.
And what you're looking at is nothing for miles and
Yeah.
miles and miles.
It's never ending,
Yeah.
just space. We're getting shit internet.
Yeah. Oh, wait. It's going back now. Oh, nope. Let me make sure I'm not connected to Wi-Fi in here real quick.
It's so random. This office gets like really good internet some days, and then it gets just shit internet where the stream's delayed.
Fuck. It's playing that guy's stream from the last one.
What the hell?
But I'm not connected to the internet.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw one thing when I was younger with my dad. We both saw it, and we were going to Wells Fargo over here by Gold's, and we pulled in and like we stopped because we saw something up in the sky, and there was just 3 lights, and they were like rotating, going back and forth, just like these unusual patterns, and it just all took off in different directions. It's faster than you could even blink.
Really?
It was the weirdest thing ever, and like to that day I was like, oh well, there's something out there.
Yeah.
Either it's, some other intelligent life form, or the government has shit that we really don't know about.
Oh, I believe that. I believe both of those.
Yeah.
The government they have a lot of technology that, we're only getting like, what is it? Every 6 months technology advances, and could be even more. It could be faster now.
Right.
I don't know. I just heard that once, that every 6 months technology advances. So every 6 months you're going to have like a new phone or
Right.
new type of TV or laptop. It's
Yeah.
just never ending.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna have a peak where it's like, oh, this is the end of this like phone line. Like this is the best a phone can be. This is the best a computer can be. It'll never end.
It's just think, what can they get? What are they going to go to after this phone?
Right.
Are they going to be touchscreen, see through?
Yeah, which
Gotta
is...
be.
Like
Right.
I was thinking like some projection type thing where I'm just like sitting right here and I'm just like.
Oh, absolutely. You see that shit in like the sci-fi movies where it pops up and you're like, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that. You're not even touching your fucking phone.
Yep, or like the wrist one where I've seen like this one on Instagram. It's just like a fake one, but it's like you got this little thing around here and then you just like tap it and your phone displays on your arm.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Dozer Gamer, happy birthday, my man. Hope you're having a good day, dude.
Yo, happy birthday.
And what's up, Savage? What's up, Cutie? I don't know what you got going on, my dude. Dude, so did you win the lottery?
Yeah.
You gotta hear that story, because I remember seeing pictures like, oh shit, he won the fucking lottery.
Yeah. I won, I call it the lottery.
Yeah.
But it's the Idaho jackpot, so it's not like, it's pretty much for the state of Idaho. It's not the big one, but
yeah.
I still won a lot of money, so regardless.
That's so fucking dope.
But I just remember how it happened. It was just that day. It was like, maybe it was a Friday night. My buddy Jordan Harris called me.
Yeah.
I was at work and he's like, oh dude, I just won $100 off the scratch off ticket and I wanted to know if you wanted to drive up there with me in my grandma's Miata. I was like, hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. I'd love to. So, next day I had work on Saturday that morning, and I was like, hating to be there because people kept showing up, and I had to unload them, at my job that I was doing. And, anyways, I left that day, And we drove up there, top down, just cruised all the way there. Music blasting, having a good time.
Oh yeah.
Show up there and we're just like pull up to this. It's in Malad, right? Malad, Idaho, the first city that you go to.
Yeah.
So we pull up to the first gas station there with the Burger King, and we're like, oh, we have to get gas first. So we go to get gas, and there's some pennies on the ground. So we pick them up, dude, and they're like our lucky pennies, right? Which is weird.
Right?
Yeah. And so I have a penny, he has a penny, and we're just walking around, and I was like, he's asked me, he's like, do you want to stop at this gas station, you know, buy our tickets here? And I was just like, being all quiet, being weird and shit. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm listening for a sign. And I'm like, okay. And I couldn't hear, I was just messing around, and this dog just starts barking. Like, I was just thinking to myself, should we go here or should we go to the other one? And then I don't know what made it click, but the dog barking had made me decide to go to the other gas station.
Right.
So that's ultimately why
The dog got it.
Yeah, that's ultimately why I went there. We went in. I was looking around for some beer, and then I seen this machine. First one, I walked up to it, and I just took out $5 and I put it in there. And I was just like, okay, I'm trying to click it, get the ticket out, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't win anything, you know, because I'm not looking at the jackpot. Like, I'm looking at the smaller prizes. 'Cause, you know,
you don't think the jackpot.
I won like $5 off this one. I got my money back. And so I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, this can't be. You know, I got 3 poker chips in a row. That's what it was to win the jackpot. And so I was like, oh, this is, you know, this ain't real. I'm like, oh my God, it is. Like, all freaking out. Like, being paranoid. I'm like, let's get out of here. Let's go. Like, looking over my shoulder. Oh, man, it was... And yeah, so I went up to the desk, and I was like, hand her the ticket, and I was like, she's like, oh, you're a winner. And I was just like, are you serious? She's like, yeah, but I can't give you the money.
Right.
I was like, okay. So they actually, like, if you win any money over $500, they send you up to Boise.
Oh, shit.
Which from Salt Lake is like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I spent 12 hours driving that day.
Oh,
Fuck.
shit.
Yeah. When I went, I won it on a Saturday night.
Hey.
So I won it on a Saturday night, and then I drove out there on a Monday and picked it up, and yeah.
Because I saw the picture. It was like a big check too, right?
Oh yeah, big check. Well, see, that's what they get you with. They give you the big check that says $46,000. They don't tell you they take 37% taxes.
Oh, that
Right.
sucks.
So it was like $46,000 and minus 37% tax. So if you know how to do math, you can figure it out.
Yeah.
It's still dope, though.
Yeah. Yep.
Life-changing money still?
Life-changing money, yeah. I mean, anytime that you win, like, you know, a substantial
See ya.
amount of money, you know, that is life-changing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime, you know, it could be used for something
Right.
that it's needed, so.
Yeah, definitely. Because I could definitely think of a lot of things that would change if I won something like that.
Yeah, I bought a lot of drugs.
Yeah. That's the best answer I could have heard.
No, I had never done, like, really gotten into mushrooms, so I bought a bunch of mushrooms, and I just, like, ate mushrooms for 8 days straight.
Oh, fuck.
I quit my job. I pretty much just, like, yeah, I was just living free as I could, you know, no responsibilities, no anything, but it's almost a year later now, and so I have to, like, pick up where I left off.
Yeah.
Got to start those responsibilities up, and because I kind of just went off the deep end.
Yeah. But I mean, you kind of got to. I mean, you gotta live for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So doing mushrooms for 8 days straight, how was that experience? Because like, I've only done it twice. Once was a 1/4 ounce, and it fucked my whole world up. So I can't imagine doing it for 8 days straight.
It was awesome. Other than, like, you get a little cranky.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of get some grumpy shit going on.
Yeah, like every time I did mushrooms, I don't know, it was just like visual.
It's hard to explain.
It is. It's just awesome, dude. Like, I don't know. I just did it because I felt like doing it.
Yeah.
Like, how many days can I do mushrooms? Everyone tells me, oh, you eat only once or twice, and then the mushrooms don't work after that. And I'm just like, you're lying.
You don't know. Did it last? Like, did you trip for 8 days?
Oh, I mean, like, I had a dose every day. Like, I had to eat mushrooms every day.
Yeah.
So, it did not last, like, well, I guess if you, like, at the end of the 8 days, like, after that, I was feeling side effects. Like, when I was, like, stopped taking mushrooms, then you feel the side effects. You're like, holy shit, I'm actually fucked up right now. Like, I thought I was sober this whole time. I was fucked up. I was like, yeah. It's weird. It's weird knowing, like, feeling high and then realizing what sober is.
Yeah.
It's just like,
oh, yeah.
You're like, wow. That's so different.
Yeah, I was. Wait, I was high for way longer.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious, though.
Yeah,
I never did acid though.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah.
He allegedly has done some acid in his day.
Yeah. I like it.
I like it. I like mushrooms mostly. Like, I didn't do any, like, the hard drugs because it's not really, I'm more natural. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So if I could get my hands on some peyote, which
I wanted to try peyote too.
yeah, I've searched, like, me and my dad like to go hunting, so we went down to Arizona, and down there, like, you have to have, like, a permit to hunt coyote, but they have wild boars there that are, like, a nuisance and overran in the populated. So you can just go down there and hunt them.
Yeah.
So that's what we were doing. We went down there in St. George and we was hunting wild boar, wild pig, and he was hunting for pig. I was hunting for peyote. It was like, there's a pig. Oh, there's some peyote.
What does peyote look like? Is it just like a
little round cactus, little green round cactus, small, very small.
Oh, okay.
And it grows in, like, Arizona, warm climates. Arizona, I know you can find it, maybe, but...
So if you, like, you didn't find any, right?
No.
So if you find it, you just grind it up and smoke it, or...
So basically peyote is mescaline, and it's... You can't... Yeah, I don't know how the process is, but I'm pretty sure you dry it out and then you smoke it, or like there's a liquid part that you can drink it.
Huh.
I haven't really looked into it a whole bunch, but I know what it looks like and I know where to find it. But I haven't found it. I watch videos online where these, Indian guy goes out there and he's like, when you're harvesting medicine, you must cut the root so it grows back. And I'm just like, okay.
If you say so.
Yeah.
Would you do DMT?
Oh, I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. Dream drug.
How is that?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it just gives you that more... It lasts very short, and it's like only a visual thing.
Interesting, because I've heard mixed reviews on it, and I heard some people say like they live a whole entire fucking lifetime in this short little trip, and then some people say they just, they see the weirdest shit you never see.
Yeah, I've heard those both stories.
Yeah.
Both of those. Mine was just we weren't even driving, but mine was we were driving, and all of a sudden I'm driving and we're upside down. So I'm driving upside down in the car, like, in the roads underneath me.
Oh, shit.
Like,
shit.
Like, yeah.
But you weren't driving?
Wasn't driving.
Oh, fuck.
Just sitting there smoking. Yeah. And, yeah, it was a weird trip, weird experience, and,
Yeah, because I guess I'm hesitant to do it. Like, I know some people who have it, but I'm like, I don't know if I trust them to like where they got it.
It's depending, like a pink orange color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the good to go type
Orange.
of thing.
Mine was like an orange color. It's derived from a tree bark.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Because I just don't know if, like, I know some people who made it and they mixed it with other shit too, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I just want the straight.
You want something that's gonna be like real.
Yeah, I want the natural thing. I don't want like some synthetic shit.
Oh no.
Especially nowadays with all the fentanyl and.
Fentanyl. Yeah, that's only reason I know about like drugs is because I watched that Drugs Incorporated.
Oh yeah.
Like watching it, and they had an episode on Salt Lake City.
Oh shit.
Out here, and I was just like, holy shit, dude. And they're like, what's the easiest way to get around Salt Lake City without getting caught and being a drug dealer? Mormon.
Oh shit.
You dress up like as a missionary or whatever. And that's how you do it. Like that's how they're like these drugs, like drug dealers in Salt Lake are actually that's how they do it. Like
they just dress up like missionaries.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They got their Bibles that they all cut out.
They got all their shit in there.
Yeah.
That makes sense because I remember seeing I think it was out in Cottonwood or whatever. This dude got busted. And in the back, he was like driving a fucking like an RV type thing. In the back, there was like 14 pounds of marijuana, all these other drugs, and like loads of money.
Yeah.
And I saw a picture, and I'm like, God, he's a clean cut looking dude. Like, he doesn't look like he'd be out there on the streets, and makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Probably doing the Mormon thing.
Yeah,
You gotta keep the cover up.
Yeah.
Like no one will expect it. I just saw an article about this dude was growing weed in his house in like England or something, and because of the lights, the snow was all melted off only his roof. So that's how he got caught.
Damn.
That sucks.
That would happen too. That
Yeah.
electricity.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. I could probably find a picture.
Do you got any crazy
Oh fuck.
any crazy stories from any endeavors that you've been on that were like that you can tell on a podcast?
What can I say? I don't know what I can say.
So I mean, we can talk about pretty much everything as long. We usually don't use like people's last names if there's anyone with you.
Yeah, that's how they caught
unless
him.
they don't care.
Oh well. Okay. So like when I said Jordan.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
everyone knows his last like anybody. I guess.
Yeah.
It's
but I
not
mean,
the internet though.
Right, but I mean, if there's like stories with other people, I mean,
oh yeah.
You don't want to. Some people don't want their name to be used like in a incriminating story or some shit.
I mean, there's a lot of stories that I could tell. Like most of them are, end up with it either started out getting drunk or ended with getting drunk. That's usually how all of them happen.
Right. That's
like one of my favorite stories to tell is like, which I've already done. I've already paid for the crime. Crime dog McGruff, caught me.
Right. God damn it.
That was over at Rite Aid here, right in Battlefield. A few years back, I did a beer run. Midday, probably right about this time. Saturday. I walked out with 2 cases, and I walk out the front door, and fucking one of the straps on the cases break on me.
fuck.
So, like,
no way.
Yeah.
Oh.
As I'm out the door, and this guy, I was only 18 or 19, and this, customer comes in, he looks at me, and I was like, pick him up, and he was like, oh, hey, and my voice is not deep.
Right.
And he just looks at me all weird, and then, so I'm walking out to the car, and then they both come out running, and they're like, hey, you need to bring those back in here. And so I was like, okay, you caught me, which I should have just took off.
Right.
Not thinking about it. So I walked back. I brought the beers back to the door. And before I went inside, like I didn't go inside. I just dropped the beers and I took off. Started running. And like they're like, just bring the beer back here. We won't call the cops. They'd already called the cops, so I'm running and like around Rite Egg, up past Little Caesars, and around behind it. And there's an apartment complex right next door. So I get in there. I'm like, oh, good. I'm fine. And then, so I start going out the front, and there's a cop, and I should have just ran past him because he's, he was a tubby. He's a
big boy.
Yeah, hopping out of this squad car. So I was like, oh, fuck. So I run back, and there's another cop running after me this way from Rite Aid.
Oh, shit.
And so I hopped the fence, and, like, as soon as I stood up, I got tased in the ass.
Oh, fuck.
He just reached over the fence, boom, got me in the ass cheeks.
Oh, God.
Tased right at the ass. Yeah.
How does it feel? Like, is the taser as bad as everyone says?
No, not at all. You're just like, well, for me, my legs went numb. Like, my legs stopped working, my upper body's going like this, and my legs just like can't do anything.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
What'd they get you with? Just like theft or whatever?
Yeah, just theft and possession of alcohol.
Yeah.
By a minor. Which, it's been, I don't know, 7 years ago.
Right.
Man, yeah.
God.
It was worth it, though.
You got a hell of a story now.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. They went through that much work just for beer. That you didn't even get away with.
Oh, yeah. That time. I'm not going to say anything else.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I've been fairly lucky. Don't have many run-ins with the piggies around here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you like follow all the laws.
Yeah.
It's mostly just like traffic stops out here.
Yeah. Right? Definitely.
Crazy. In Salt Lake, you don't get that. You could be, on Redwood going 60 and there's a cop next to you going 40.
No.
And they're not going to pull you over because they have like some domestic disturbance, someone's getting their ass kicked. Or,
they got way more important shit to deal with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you still live up here, or are you still?
Yeah. Well, I just moved back out here.
Yeah.
I was living in Tabiona.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, which is, it is so boring. So boring. Beautiful because the nature and all that stuff, but boring. There's nothing to do. There's no nightlife.
Right.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Where's that at? Is that?
It's like 2 hours from here. It's east, so east of Salt Lake. So you have to go up through Park City and Camas.
Yeah.
And go over the top of Wolf Creek. Yeah.
What were you doing out there? Just like.
My grandma lives there.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, so I was living out there. She broke her hip over the last year, and so she just needed help getting around and doing all of her stuff, and
right.
I just happened to have nothing to do.
So went out there and helped her out.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes it's nice too to get out and like get away from the city.
Oh yeah, it was nice because just getting like, you can live in the city and be fine, but when you're around people for so long, you just have to like separate yourself and get away from all the people and just like recenter yourself.
Yeah, find you again, I guess you could say, and kind of like do your own thing for a little bit.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I feel you on that. What's up, Go Eagles? How you doing tonight, man? Or today? I guess it's today still. Savage? What the fuck you got going on, dude? Boss life, we boss. Ooh, are you rapping to us? What's to talk about? Oh, not much. We're just chilling, talking about old stories and stuff.
Yeah, you guys ever have any run-ins with the police?
No, actually, like
Really?
the one time, yeah, like I've had obviously traffic and speeding and stuff, but
Yeah.
the only time that it could have gone bad was actually really funny. I was driving over to Walmart, and the cop pulled us over for no reason, like
Being an asshole.
yeah, and there was allegedly possibly a lot of marijuana in the car, and he comes up and he's like, "Got you guys going 40." And he's like, "This got like 4 necks," and he's just like Like, he's fatter than me, like, by 4 times. And I'm like, I was going the speed limit, sir. I was like, oh, maybe my thing was off a little bit. I smell a little something weird in this car. I'm like, yeah, we just all got done working out.
Yeah, he's like,
And he's all like, oh, where do you guys work out? Vasa? Okay, we'll go about your day. And, like, just jiggled his ass back to the car. And we're all sitting like, whew!
he like, pulled the sack of weed out of the car. Yeah, that's actually just B.O.
Yeah. That was, do you remember James?
Loftus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was with him and a couple of other buddies back then. But besides that, like, I never really had many run-ins.
That's good. Yeah, that's better. It's better to stay away from that because, like, even though
cops are assholes.
Even though that's true, but I don't badmouth them because, like, I don't want that, you know,
right?
That vibration out there. I don't want them coming back.
Yeah,
over,
yeah.
You know?
And I get it. Like, it's a hard job in some areas for them. So
yeah, I just avoid them. If I avoid cops, with
good things
all
happen.
my intent, then yeah, I'm fine, dude.
Yeah.
You've had what, like 1 or 2?
Yeah, when I was 18, I got an alcohol ticket, which is fucked up because I blew like a .02.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I got an alcohol ticket.
Just barely anything.
Yeah, like it was fucked. But
yeah,
and that's the only one I got charged, I think, for. So
yeah, yeah. Never. I'm surprised we. There's the night down at the. We used to. They lived or renting a place on 1500 South, and there was one night where the weirdest thing fucking happened. So, a couple people were like super drunk, and one of our buddies was like really drunk and kind of going through some shit.
yeah.
But I walk outside and like there's this lady like running down the street, like, and she looks like just like she's crying and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
So then like this dude like is like walking down the sidewalk like after her, and I'm like, what in the world? And like it kind of looked like a domestic abuse type thing.
Yeah.
So like 10 minutes later, the cops show up. And, like, we're asking us, like, what's going on? And we're like, oh, nothing's going on. Like, and we're like, well, what do you mean? And she's like, we had this domestic abuse. And we're like, was there anything going on? I'm like, yeah, there was this lady that, like, was walking up the street. And they're like, oh, okay, well, you know, if they come back, let us know. Well, our friend, who was really drunk that night, went outside and was, like, screaming, like, because he was just, like, going through some shit, you know.
Yeah.
And he like punched off the mailbox and this big ass wood mailbox and started punching his truck, and like the cops came back, like all of them, and they're all like, hey, like what the fuck is going on? Like we were here already, like you said there wasn't anything going on. And he's like over there trying to explain to him drunk, and I'm like, this isn't involved with anything else that's going on. He's just having a bad night.
Damn.
And I think we were all we weren't underage at that point, were we?
I don't know.
A couple people may have been, and they didn't ask for IDs, but they're like, just go back inside.
Yeah. Sometimes they're cool like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally understand that. I've had a few friends that like have had those bad times, and they haul off and they punch things.
Yeah.
They break their hands. Like this dude, Todd. You guys probably know him, but yeah, he just recently just hauled off and punched a brick wall.
Oh.
It was a steel wall.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck his hand up?
yeah, he did.
I was gonna say, I fucked your hand up so bad.
Oh, yeah. But he's like, I don't care, dude. It's just like, you know, right there. And then Brad, I think you guys went to school with Brad.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So
I think I know who that is.
One night, many times, dude. Like, I don't know. His thing is just like punching walls. Like, and it's just those times that it's like bad nights or whatever.
Right.
You know, just haul off and like punch the wall right here. And this last time, dude, he basically broke his hand in half.
Oh, so like when he punched, his fist like folded in.
Yeah, they buckled.
Oh god.
Overlapped each
no.
other. Yeah. And then he went to the doctor, like was getting it taken care of. And then he's like, "Oh, I don't need it," you know, like
Oh, fuck.
We went to Bear Lake, and like he's up there with some like, getting in a fight and hit people with his broken. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, so don't be going punching things.
No,
Yeah.
especially hard things.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, this drywall, if you find where the stud's not at, it's fine.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. That'll be refreshing, but
If you just punch and hit the stud.
Yeah, I like hitting things that are like, they can crunch. Or
yeah, your fist is gonna go through.
Yeah. Something I know I can just like dominate. Like, and not worry about having a broken hand or a concussion. And,
No.
like,
Been in any fights lately?
no.
No.
I try to avoid them, just because that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
If I do
Yeah.
have to, it happens. But
Yeah, it's definitely weird nowadays. Downtown, like, people don't want to usually fight, but I guess it depends where you go.
Yeah, there's still some assholes out there, so.
Yeah.
yeah, there is.
Yeah, he got in a fight not too long ago, and how many kids were there? 10 on 3.
Fuck ton of them. They're
What?
straight edge kids.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Straight edge.
Like-
See, I didn't know what it fucking meant either. I didn't know what the hell.
They're like, they say they're a gang, and like they just go around fighting people that don't, or that like drink or do drugs.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they wear all black. So
That's so funny because my friends are like the opposite of that.
yeah.
They get drunk, get fucked up and go around fighting kids who basically are straight edge.
There you go. The opposite.
You don't drink pussy? Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucked up. I got punched like one of the kids put a key in his knuckles, punched me in the face, broke his key. But yeah.
At least he broke his key.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. I hope that was a car key.
Yeah, seriously.
Like I was so fucked up I didn't even like know. Like, cause it just like cut my forehead.
How did this even start?
Oh, we were just sitting, like my friend had this apartment downtown, and we were all just sitting outside smoking and stuff. We're all just fucked up, and these kids walked by, and one of my other friends was like, "Oh shit, some straight edge kids," just joking.
Oh, yeah.
And then like they all just like they were all on like those bikes that you see on downtown, and they were riding by, and then they like park their bikes, and then all of a sudden they come back down the alleyway, and they're like, "The fuck you faggots say to us?" And we're like, "The fuck?" And we're all just drunk and stuff. We're like, "We're not trying to fight anyone, just go away. We're just having a good time." And then
Oh, yeah.
the one kid just like, he's like, "If one of you says one more word, we're gonna fuck you up." And my friend goes, "Jesus Christ!" And he just walks up. The straight edge kid punches him in the face, and then, yeah, and then just
And then
a few of us, the brawl.
Wow.
Yeah, that one kid's brother though came out and started busting people's heads with bottles and shit.
Yeah. He just came out with a vodka bottle, like those thick ones, and just started pink hitting the kids in the head. I was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
I wasn't even there for that night.
It's not like the movies. Those bottles.
They don't break.
Shatter.
it did break on the third kid that he hit." It was like dink, and they were like falling, and then the third one just falls over.
Damn, well, they should have stopped by your place.
Yeah.
Right.
And started a fight.
Exactly. Where it's like, what the fuck?
Who do you hang out with nowadays? Anyways,
I hang out with Calvert. You know him.
how's he doing?
He's good. He's probably at work right now.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
seen Calvert in a fucking minute.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing good, dude. He's got his place and got a good job, dude. He does pipe.
Yeah.
What is he? Rapid fire sprinklers or something like that?
Oh wow,
Fire sprinklers, yeah.
good money, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking dope.
Is his brother still? He lives out in Arizona, right?
Yeah, he lives in Arizona. I think he has his own place now. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to. Well, I didn't hang out with his brother like in high school at all, but I remember him like
Yeah.
way back in the day.
Probably, yeah. I think he lives with Texas, as we call him.
Oh, really?
You know Texas.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess he likes to be called Mike now.
Oh. It's like we call Texas anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
Interesting.
So I hear, but I'm going to call him Texas.
Yeah, I don't.
I always called him that.
Yeah, I don't know him as Mike.
Yeah, yep. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah.
That's good to hear. Calvert's doing good too.
Yeah, so I hang out with him. Calver, McKean, and Todd. Just anyone. Taylor. You guys don't. I guess you know most of them, but
Yeah, I know McKean, but I never met him. Like,
yeah.
I know friends who know him, and
then McKean, he's funny. He's a poly dude, and he's just got jokes, dude. I wanted to bring him on this show.
got jokes for days.
Yeah, I wanted to bring him on here, but he's probably drunk.
Yeah.
Well,
Saturday. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to plan
Is
a time.
Todd?
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring a bottle over, but I got too drunk last night.
Understandable.
I don't drink right now.
Is Todd last name start with D?
No, S.
S.
Wait. Todd?
Yeah.
Yeah, D. Yeah.
Okay, I think I know who he is.
Yeah, I think he did. Let's see.
Because you were older than us in high school,
Yeah.
and then all those kids were in the same grade as you, right?
Yeah. So these guys, like how I know everybody is like. So I went to South Davis in 8th grade, and then I went to Mill Creek Junior High in 9th grade.
Right.
And then that's how I knew everyone from like that goes to Bountiful or whatever in Woods Cross, and then I went to Woods Cross, got a variance to Woods Cross, and so that's how I know everyone. Like that's where we know each other from Woods Cross.
Yeah, because I remember every once in a while you come play fucking basketball in the gym and just shit on everybody. I was like, oh, is that cool?
Dude, I spent so much time like growing up. Just because, like, I had friends, but they all, like, live far away. And so, like, you know, growing up, so I'd just go home and do my homework and just go outside and play basketball.
Yeah.
All day, like, for hours and hours and hours, and I just sit there and play basketball. And so, and then finally, I just, like, got better. I like to think I'm still good, but not as good as I used to be.
Yeah, I haven't played in, like, a good year or two.
Yeah, right?
For a while there, we were doing like 3 or 4 or 5 times a week. We go play like Hatch Park and Hogan Park and Mills and stuff, but people just get busy.
Yeah. Well, in the summertime, it's a lot easier to get out too.
Yeah, definitely.
Cause I'd love to get some games going again. Or we were even playing some touch football, like nothing crazy, but.
Oh no, yeah. Let's see, some guys I know, Alex. His name. Like Alex and Jordan, I think you guys know him. Jordan Mark. I can't say last names.
Yeah, you can. It's just like, you know, if they would be mad you use their last name or not.
Oh no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't care.
Yeah,
I don't think. Like Alex Lambros, this kid that I know from he went to Bountiful. They always do like on Monday night or something like that. They have a warehouse over in North Salt Lake where they like play indoor football.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where at North Salt Lake?
It's probably that same. I don't know. It's like it's off of Redwood Road. It's not the soccer complex that's over there.
Yeah. Is it Brock and Chase's?
Yeah. Brock and Chase's.
Oh, fuck! That's where we used to play like football all the time.
Yeah. So
did you?
I was there.
Yeah, because Calvert came one time. So.
Yeah.
I wonder if did you guys just keep playing?
Like
never stopped?
I hadn't played there. Like the last time I played there was I messed up my shoulder. I can't remember where we were playing, but it was one of my football buddies, that Austin Linnell.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, and me and him were like so competitive against each other and aggressive as fuck, and I caught the ball and I started running with it, and he's just right here, dude, and he just throws me into the wall, like, all my weight into his weight, and I smashed my shoulder and like dislocate it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it was so painful, and that's like, my shoulder's fine, but
right.
Yeah, it still fucking sucks though.
Yeah, so that's the last time I was there, but I was gonna go last like 2 weeks ago, but I never showed up. I got drunk.
Yeah. I liked Austin Linnell too. He was a funny kid.
He got married recently.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Shit. It's still weird to me, like,
Everyone
people we know are getting fucking married.
And having kids.
Yeah, it's super weird.
A lot of people having kids. But that's the life, though.
Yeah, it's definitely life. I don't know what I would do if I had a kid right now, though. That'd be weird.
Some people it changes their lives.
Oh, I'm sure.
Completely, and other people don't give a fuck.
Might be good to give a little fuck, but I feel I understand some people.
Well, you gotta
like,
give one at least.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. We got some friends who got married, and it's just like, ugh, I don't know. I don't ever see myself getting married.
If I find the right chick, I guess. Like, my dad's like always telling me like messing around. He's like, "Oh, don't ever get married.
Right?
It's a trap." I'm like, "Okay, Dad. You know, you seem pretty happy, you know, content."
Right?
And yeah, I understand what he's saying, but 'cause my parents have been married a long time. They been married for 25 years, 28 years or something.
Yeah.
So they've been married a long time. So like I kind of I can see where he says don't get married after being together that long.
Right. It's a long time to be with one person.
Yeah, definitely. That's
It's like my parents. I think they're like around 25,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. And they just fucking give each other so much shit constantly.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. It's the stupidest shit, too.
That's how my grandma and grandpa, they were married for 50 years.
Oof.
Yeah.
Long time.
yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's like, well, 50 years, that's, they got married in the 50s. A long time ago.
It's a long time to be with someone.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You know how weird it's got to be for people who are in their like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s seeing the tech now?
Like old people.
I guess you can go two ways about it. Like, either just, you know, ignore it or, like,
Dive in.
Get involved, yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are getting involved.
Yeah, definitely.
No, yeah.
Because, like, if you don't, you're going to fall behind. And everything that you know, newspapers are basically obsolete. It's all on the phone.
Yeah, how many people really get their newspaper delivered nowadays?
Not very many people, I guess. I don't know. I mean, unless you pay for it.
Right.
You know?
But what I mean, though, is, like, how weird would it be? Like, let's say you were born in, like, 1940, and you're, like, 50, 60, 70, 80. Like, obviously, tech's evolving, but it's not, like, booming like it is now. And then 90s and 2000s, it's like, oh, my God, we went from having brick phones 8 years ago to having, like, you know, shit that we can access everything. Like, that's got to be weird for us, it's not weird because we've lived with it our whole lives, but.
Like, my grandma, she's, I'm not exactly sure. I think she's 80 or something like that, but, like, I try to get her to use my phone. It's a touch. You know, it's a slide. You just slide your hand across the She's like, what? Like, touch it. It's like, she's like, oh, did I do that? Did I do something wrong? I'm like, no, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's just difficult because they're like, oh, fragile.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do? Yeah. So, yeah, I couldn't even imagine. That's probably so crazy. It's like waking up, like, you get frozen and you go into the future, right?
Yeah.
And you wake up and you're just like,
what the fuck?
yeah, nothing. Like, phones are implanted in your
Yeah, exactly.
like,
Our eyeballs, our phones.
yeah.
Did you watch Black Mirror at all? Netflix show?
I haven't got into it yet.
Ooh,
I
man.
haven't started it.
There's some wild shit. They do that where, like, you have an implant in your eyeball, and, like, the one example they use, like, it was a man and a husband. They were like, I remember back when you fucking did this thing. And he's like, oh, yeah? And, like, he rewinded, like, his eyeball and, like, could project the memory exactly how it was through his eyes.
Really?
And I was like, ooh, that's fucking...
That'd be a good thing to have.
Right? Yeah. Where were you that night? The 16th. Well, officer.
Let me show you.
But if you see the wrong thing,
Yeah.
you know, you're going to lose an eyeball.
Yeah. Right.
That's it.
Well, that's how it trended around. He made the girl show him a memory, and she was cheating on him or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, "Oh well,
Wow.
deuces."
That's crazy. That's called Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you like X-Files type shit, you'll love that
Yeah.
show.
it's a weird one.
Mine was like what I've been watching is Travelers. I finished Altered Carbon, but Travelers I haven't finished it yet.
I haven't started Travelers.
I heard it's really good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's like, they're coming back from the future, like to our present right now, so that they can like fix the future, because like it's like a global whatever. Catastrophe.
Yeah.
Shit's fucked up.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really and you think about it like in real time, and you're like, holy shit, like we need to be doing this right now. We need to be changing things because global warming.
Yeah.
Polar bears. Polar bears are probably the next animal to go extinct, like on a global level, because all the sea ice is melting.
Oh, for sure.
So
they don't got anywhere to go.
Yeah. So that altered carbons really, and travelers.
I liked Altered Carbons.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
That was good. It was so crazy just how everything happened. Like it had a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like if you like sci-fi, it was like Fifth Element mixed with like The Matrix mixed with like some new shit.
Yeah.
Dude, it's wild. Like
I need to check it out.
There's a lot of thought put into that.
Yeah. Like your consciousness like can be stuck into like a computer thing in your neck, and you can have different bodies and shit.
Oh, that's fucking gnarly.
Yeah, I really like that show though.
Like and you could be like 400 years old.
Oh fuck!
And have a body of like a 20-year-old guy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a scene that's not a spoiler, but this girl, she's like a detective or whatever.
Yeah.
And like every year she brings back her grandmother for like, is it Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that?
Cinco de Mayo or
the
Day of the Dead, Halloween maybe.
Something like that. And she brought her back, and she's in this like this dude who's like this gangster. He's a white dude with all these like fucking gangster tats, like, and all this shit, and she's just speaking like old granny Spanish and stuff.
Out of a white guy.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was just like, oh shit.
But yeah, it's definitely one of the better shows I watched on Netflix.
Oh yeah, and it was a Netflix original.
Yeah.
So which I like try to find those.
Yeah.
Like I'll sit there and search for hours trying to find the right show on Netflix. If I don't find one, I usually pass out.
Right. Do you like serial killer stuff?
Like Dexter?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, I've seen like my dad. That's what he watches is like Making a Murder or like the life of a serial killer. So I've sat there and I've watched several shows with him about it.
There's a good one I just finished. Netflix original. It's called Mindhunters. And it's the story about when they first started researching serial killers, and like the dude who went and like investigated like real serial killers and like got their stories and tried to like figure out what the fuck's wrong with them.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool. Like you're kind of sitting like, man, these people were like really fucked up. Yeah, I was watching like one of the dudes. His name is Ed Kemper, and he killed like a bunch of women or whatever. And he's sitting there and like these are real documents from the like real life. And one of the things he said, he's like completely monotone. He's like, yeah, I cut my mother's head off and then I fucked her throat.
Oh god.
And you're just like, oh, he said that like normal conversation, like that's normal for that guy.
He's probably had to tell that story so many times.
Right.
He just like enjoys telling that story.
Oh, I bet.
People are fucking crazy.
Crazy. Psycho. Like that's psychotic right there.
Yeah. They say you walk past like 9 axe murderers your lifetime or something like that.
Yeah, really? You think so?
Yeah, that's what the statistics say or whatever.
I guess that's pretty good considering I am one.
Check another one off for me.
No, you like to shows like that, like Dexter. Have you watched that?
I like Dexter.
I'm on the last season for like over a year. I haven't been able to finish it, but you just think about it, and this TV show is getting you to like a serial killer.
Yeah.
The main character, you're like, oh, Dexter, no, like you're gonna get caught killing. No.
It's true though. Like he is kind of the bad guy.
Yeah.
But you're like, oh, he's doing it for a good cause.
It's like they have you so fucked up thinking that he's out here doing us a favor. You know?
He's killed like just tons of people.
Just ass loads of people.
Dude, it's the thing. They're all like killers and
Yeah.
committed crimes and he's just the vigilante.
Yeah.
But it's not like that. He's a serial killer.
He's a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
Do you think there's people like that though? Because like I've read like I like reading about serial killers, but they all have their like moral compass that's like fucked up, and they think they're doing good.
Yeah.
But you never really hear about dudes who like go out just to murder other bad people. At least I had never really heard about it.
I mean, you'd have to literally have your job would have to be, you know,
exactly what it is in the show.
Police department. You
Gotta be a blood splatter. And
analysis,
be able to clean your shit up really well.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Maybe they're just really good at it. That's why I don't hear about them.
Yeah. They're just cleaning up the filth.
Yeah, they keep that kind of stuff hush hush.
Yeah.
Cause my dad was telling me there's like 2 serial killers loose in California right now.
No shit.
Yeah, who's killed like 30 people or something. They haven't found them.
That's so
that's
crazy.
not good.
They seriously keep like the mainstream media will keep that stuff locked up.
That's weird. I wonder why they do.
Just mass hysteria.
Yeah, I don't want people panicking. Like,
Yeah, I guess so.
there's some serious killers among you guys right now.
Yeah, you guys need to not lock your fucking doors. Like, he's coming in.
Seriously. Like mass hysteria, you gotta think in today's, like, say the government came out and said, okay, there's aliens and they live among us.
Shit.
Oh, people would lose their
Freak
shit.
out. Imagine 50 years ago, though. People would freak out, but in today's life, we would all be like, oh, yeah, there's aliens.
Yeah, we're well aware. Like,
Exactly.
We know. We already went through that.
Yeah.
You know?
What else you got?
Yeah, I know one. His name's fucking Philip. He's cool as shit. Like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Do you think that having this, like, ability to have mass media so quickly is a good or a bad thing, though?
Bad. So bad.
I think it's awful.
I think Facebook has caused so much of of our society's problems. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you can, like bullying, for instance. Like, people get internet cyberbullying.
Oh,
Yeah.
hard as fuck, too.
Yeah, that's a real thing, dude. And that just never, you know. There should be things like on Facebook that I don't know how to put it, but I just think things like Facebook and Twitter are just
Need to be, like, people need to not talk about certain subjects.
Yeah, it's definitely tough to put a thought on it. Like, I've thought about it. Like, I think Facebook, just messed up a lot of things, like, in our society and created a different, like, people view things differently now.
Definitely.
Oh, absolutely. It's a whole new culture. Like,
And you can literally, like, you can tell a difference. Like, if, I don't know, if you had, like, a video timeline of, like, all the events that were to happen, like, you could see, like, from 2008 or whenever Facebook started to now, things are, like, we had people building, making a power source out of Rice Krispies. And
Yeah.
kids eating Tide Pod.
Right.
Like,
Right?
what's
Exactly.
next? The Drano challenge?
oh, absolutely. It's
We're
going to
see
come.
how much Drano we can drink. Put it on the internet and see how many views, because that's all anyone cares about.
Yeah.
Well, and now they've been
Which
doing.
is cool. I
Yeah,
like
but-
views.
Oh, sure.
But still, it's like,
Yeah, but that's a little.
come on.
It's
Yeah.
stupid. It's fucking crazy that people do it.
Yeah, it was made for a reason. Is to clean.
Yeah. You should.
If you want to clean the inside of your body, you need some juices, you need
Yeah.
some garlic and some ginger.
Go buy some fucking kale. Like,
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
do the job.
Yeah.
They were doing a study recently that, like, when you look at your phone and, like, let's say you make a post, like, I made one earlier, like, for the podcast or whatever,
Yeah.
and you see likes or whatever, it triggers the same thing as any other, like, happy moment, like your endorphins and stuff, like, light up.
What do they call that? Serotonin?
Yeah,
Yeah,
serotonin.
yeah,
So
yeah.
people are like, it creates an addiction.
Yep.
Like a bad addiction.
Yeah.
So that's why you see these people now, like every waking moment, they got to post about their life.
Yeah. like these celebrity supermodel chicks on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I only have 10,000 likes.
Yeah.
Just like 10,000, really?
Wow, you're really important on the internet.
Seriously.
I feel bad for them because no one is ever actually a fan of that person. You're just a fan of their ass and tits.
Yeah, just what you can see on the screen.
Yeah.
Really.
Like, I don't know who the fuck
Really, everyone has
insert random model.
like Facebook is like, or your online profile is like one thing, and it's like, it's there to, you know, voice your opinions and give ideas and exchange ideas, right?
Right.
But behind the Facebook, behind the social media, everyone has their own like person there. Everyone's like, you know, their own person. They have their own, you know, likes and dislikes.
No. Do you think that Facebook and Twitter have created, how do I want to like word it? Like, do you think people have created like alternate personalities for themselves?
Oh yeah.
Do you think that's more common now than it ever has been?
Probably. Definitely like have an online persona.
Yeah.
I think people lie more.
For sure.
Oh yeah, well yeah, definitely.
Like, I think people, like, they put up a front,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
The one thing that I think is weird is I think there's a lot more truthful people on the internet too.
There's so many truthful people. Yeah.
Which you'll never meet that person in real life. That will be like for example. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say because they hold their tongue.
Yeah.
They'll hold their tongue about things in person, where, as on the internet, they're just free to express themselves.
But like Forrest, he got. So you got banned on Twitter, blocked by
Oh yeah.
Windorf or whatever, the Mormon dude.
One of the church leaders.
Yeah, and someone, the fuck of being live now. Hey, Salty, we're doing an earlier stream. What was the comment you made? And that lady was like asking where you're from and a whole bunch of shit.
Oh, I just posted. He posted something like, "You should always listen to Jesus" or something. So I posted one of those Jesus memes, and it's like, "Hey Bob, hit that homeless guy."
Yeah.
So I like posted the picture of it, and then like people were like pissed, and they're like, "Where do you live?" And like, "I hope something awful happens to you."
Like shit like that. Like they would never say that to him in person.
No.
Like threatening my life just because I fucking
Keyboard
posted a
warriors.
meme. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I trolled the leader of the church, and now you guys are pissed.
Yep. People just are sensitive. That's another thing I think Facebook did was like created overly sensitive people.
Yeah. Oh.
Like I remember you could say there was a time where I felt like I could say pretty much anything I wanted, and then there was a time where I couldn't say like anything.
Yeah.
And then now it's just like I can say where the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that bad anymore. But Facebook definitely created like a society of crybabies.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
absolutely.
sure. Like, and then they feel like they need to say their opinion.
Also, who is Mr. Buff Chest in the blue headphones?
You see that? My name's Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a regular. She's cool. So is Salty Frank of the Seven Seas. Need some live diction on this now? You're right. But, do you think people are just more sensitive in general? Like, I just don't know what this whole, like, hypersensitivity shit is nowadays. Everyone gets, like, so butthurt over the smallest things.
I don't know, like, yeah.
Like,
it's
is it social media that's caused this?
Probably. I think it has a lot to do with it, but also I don't want to like say anything and like have people think I'm attacking them personally.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot to do with how people are raised too.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We have a society where technology is basically the core of everything we do.
Mm-hmm.
Kids nowadays are using, you know, the internet and tablets like in classrooms. Like when we were in school, we didn't have that. You know, we had our books. You know, we had scheduled times to visit the library to use a computer.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but now these kids are having books or like computers and tablets in their classroom. And so I think it's just we're creating something like we're like creating more technical people, like tech savvy people, but
we're not creating people who know how to put the bootstraps on.
exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta, there has to be those people that can lace up their boots, but then it's the sad thing is the ones who are doing the computers are the ones who are given the ones who will lace up boots. They're the one giving them the job.
Yeah.
So
It's weird.
like, how are they supposed to hire anyone who's like a rugged person if they themselves has never been like
Yeah.
Like
not a
worked
rugged
with their hands or worked.
Yeah.
See, and I was trying to like make this point a couple of podcasts ago, but I didn't quite have my full like thought process on it. And this sounds really self-centered for our generation, but I think 90s kids are the last like special breed, because we grew up, we were still outside when we were kids, we were going out, we were having adventures, like we were bike riding, all the way up until like 2007-8, and then we got hit with the huge tech.
Yeah.
So we're like a balance of both of that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever see kids out fucking playing anymore.
No.
It's all
no kids riding their bike.
no,
Yeah.
fuck no.
Yeah, that's
I'll
weird.
see an occasional kid riding a skateboard or a longboard. That's about it.
Yeah.
And like I think we're kind of like the last generation of kids who like grew up like being outdoors. Like obviously there's areas in America where that's still going on, but
Yeah.
city wise, kids are all inside.
Yeah,
They're
it's
soft.
weird.
It's crazy.
Honestly, they're soft.
They are. They don't have like. It's gonna be sad when the sun goes out.
Right.
It gets cold and they have to do.
Yeah. Go hunt fucking caribou with their hands.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be able to
You're
do it.
savage. They're not gonna be able to. They're not gonna have it.
Yeah.
They're gonna lose their savage ability.
But it's weird though, because like you said, well, I guess because we were talking with Crystal Meth the other day, and she brought up a good point that a lot of these jobs that are going to be available in the next 10, 15 years are going to be all manual labor.
Yep.
And no one's going to tech schools.
Yeah.
Because like all the people from the baby boomers who are all plumbers, electricians, welders, all those type of trades are going to be retiring.
Yep.
And when they retire, there's no one to take their fucking jobs.
Yeah. Well.
Because everyone wants to be.
Yeah, computer. They want to be inside on the computer, which is awesome. I get it. I've worked outside and I know how it is.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't. Like, they don't pay you enough for those jobs.
No.
That's the thing. You can get paid to work on this computer for $14 an hour, whereas you could go and dig a hole, and they're only going to pay you $10 an hour, and it's twice as hard.
Yeah, exactly. It's
They don't pay you for physical labor.
no, which is like,
I guess it kind of depends though. Like construction workers don't make shit nowadays.
No.
But if you go get your certificate, which to a lot of people doesn't really mean anything, then you can make decent money.
At a trade school, yeah.
Yeah. Plumbers are making fucking starting in Utah, I think it's like $20-$25 an hour.
Yeah, if you're like certified,
Make good money.
yeah, if you're a journeyman, yeah.
I'll tell you this much. The last job I had was an office job. I worked there a year. I gained 65 pounds.
Oh, man.
I was the most miserable I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
We're not built to be in offices.
fuck no.
We're not. And I could see with like, I started with like 30 people all in the training class.
Uh-huh.
You could see the negative effects of all 30 people. Everyone gained weight. Everyone seemed less depressed. Everyone was not having a good time.
Really? What was this job?
It was collections.
Like, yeah. See, I've heard people. My sister was in collections, and she hates it. Like, she said, that's the worst thing ever. Calling someone up and
Tell them they owe fucking money.
owe money, and they're like, oh.
You know what the
they
sad part?
have it,
The sad part is we all made a fuck ton of money. I was making like
Oh yeah.
$18 an hour. I was getting like 3,000 bonuses a month,
Yep.
but it wasn't worth it. I quit because I was miserable.
Yeah.
Like I could just see my body like deteriorating. Like I'd like go like outside and like try to do shit, and I'd be like, oh my god, my fucking body hurts. What is this?
Yeah,
Like,
the sun is burning me.
I'm feeling like these soft bitches I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, that's it's an example. Yeah, it happens.
Hey, crystal meth. Thank you.
I don't know if she can still hear us.
Thanks for gifting that sub to Savage. That was very kind of you. She can't hear us?
I don't think so. She said she can't hear.
It's because she said her grandma's talking next door.
Yeah.
Like this guy, who's that?
So crystal meth,
Savage, I think.
what she did is gifted a $4.99 sub to Savage.
Uh-huh.
So that's like gives us like a little kickback from it. So now Savage is technically a subscriber to our channel.
Huh.
Which is kind of cool.
That is cool.
What did
Yeah, like that. Yeah, Salty Frank. That's who it is.
I feel like I'm okay at the lace up your boots thing and pretty okay with being tech savvy, but I feel that's more a circumstance of my parents being older and not believing in hiring people to do stuff, and also with having to do firewood most of my life. Yeah. Seeing
He understands like the importance of hard work and responsibility,
right.
because like his parents taught him how to chop the wood, and the responsibility, that's his responsibility now, because if he doesn't chop the wood, then his house doesn't get heated.
Exactly.
So
And I think there needs to be more chores like that for kids, even if it's irrelevant.
yeah,
Even if it's something that actually doesn't have any bearing on the household.
yeah,
But like go outside and dig some fucking holes for plants.
yeah.
You know?
Every day, like one thing that my grandma does it, and like you develop a routine, you know, something that you do. Like my grandma goes, like every day she has a time that she goes out and waters plants, you know. But I'm just saying that's for her, but for a kid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, you could just be like, okay, go water these plants. It's gonna take 30 minutes,
Yeah.
you know, but that 30 minutes of time, you know, you get it done, and it shows progress, because like once those flowers start growing and blooming,
You're
like,
it's
huh.
pumped.
Yeah.
I love gardening.
Yeah.
Like I do it every year, and it can really teach you something. I think a lot of kids should get into gardening.
I've done a lot, and I think people should learn how to garden, because I know people say like what happens if the food source is runs
Yeah.
out?
People
That's a
who-
possibility.
it's absolutely a possibility.
Yeah, definitely.
So what are you gonna do? Like, do you know how to garden? Like, could you know?
I'm not a big
Flag
tomato
a crop?
fan, but I fucking love the tomatoes I grow. You know, like
Yeah.
there's something about like picking them off the vine. Like
Yeah.
I grew that. Like
It's like satisfying. Yeah.
yeah. Except when you fuck up. I did carrots and they turned into these god awful fucking monstrosities. I don't even know what they were. I pulled it out and it was like this fucking like corrupt thing.
I'm worried about my little sister because she won't go outside and do any shit. And she took Taekwondo, but has no muscle built up to act on that knowledge.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Taekwondo, that's more of like a defense
Yeah.
and counter, like counter striking. Like
Yeah.
someone's throwing a punch at you, and you use their weight and momentum to throw them off balance or whatever. So.
Yeah.
But that's true. Getting outside, like, once people see the sunrise, you know, they'll realize, they're like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah, right?
So let me ask you this. So we talk about how the school system's pretty fucked up every
Yeah.
once in a while, and it is. Like
It is.
I'm pretty sure everyone is on the same page with that. Do you think they should start making mandatory maybe mandatory? I don't want to say wood shop, because wood shop is definitely not. Wood shop's bullshit. Like,
No, yeah, when are you going to use fucking wood shop?
Yeah. but maybe they need to start doing mandatory classes that are like, you know, half a semester and you learn how to fucking garden, or half a semester you learn how to do Boy Scout shit, like
Yeah.
build a fire, tie a knot.
Mandatory thing, like, change a car tire.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing that I think a lot of people don't know. That
Yeah.
flat, gotta call somebody.
You're right. You can change a flat real easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, of all things, at least learn that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like I know people who they would die because they have no idea how to even start a fire from scratch.
That, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's hard. Like it can be hard in certain areas, but
Survival skills.
yeah, like just like a survival skill class. Maybe it'll get kids more interested in that field as well.
That's true.
I know some kids will go in there and not listen.
Some kids will just take to it naturally, though.
True. Absolutely.
But I think if you I took classes. I took all. Well, I went to Scouts, right? So I know how to like tie a knot.
Yeah.
You know, that stuff. Never got my Eagle Scout, but so I know how to do those outdoor stuffs, and I've practiced them. And I also did like cooking, learned how to cook, and sewing. Like so, I learned those in school. Like, and those were elective classes.
Yeah.
Right.
And I only took them because they were suggested to me, and so I was like, okay, yeah.
But they're cool skills to fucking have.
Cool skills. And I'm happy that I learned how to cook.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have, like, you know, I'd be making corn dogs or ramen noodles instead of making some, like, dink-ass chicken Alfredo or something.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I just let her use me as a human punching bag and say, punch me as hard as you can. I want her to keep punching me until it hurts so I know she can protect herself. Like a generalized survival scouts. Yeah, I agree with you, Salty. Definitely let her keep punching because she needs to know how to defend herself. But yeah, like having a generalized survival scouts class. Like, you know, if you want to separate in boys and girls, so be it. But you probably shouldn't. Like, that's not a thing anymore.
well, didn't they change that just now that Boy Scouts
I think so.
include girls?
Yeah.
Oh, finally? I think that's a good idea.
They're like, they were fighting though. They're like, we want girls to be allowed in the Boy Scouts. And then some guy's like, something like, wait, they have a thing for this called Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
Because it was saying like, it's like, girls don't have anything like this. And the guy's like, what?
Girl Scout cookies are the shit. What are we talking about? Like, they forget about that?
It's like Boy Scout cookies. Who's going to buy Boy Scout cookies?
Most people don't know a lot of these SUVs and minivans have spare tire mounted under them, right?
Yeah.
It's just weird, like, the silly little shit people don't know that could really, like, save them in a weird situation.
But, like, I feel... So, this is how I basically feel about everyone. I was like, I know things that people don't know, like, that I might have more knowledge on. But everyone else has something that they have more knowledge than I do about.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
helping your neighbor is probably an important thing, a little, like a lesson to keep, you know.
Yeah.
It's because, like, you know, your neighbor needs a cup of sugar, you know, but a month later you need, 2 cups of flour.
Yeah, exactly.
It just goes around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you help people out there more willing to, help you and back or help someone else.
Yeah, except for now it's like you pull over the side of the road, like, and help somebody, like, I don't know, like, if you can judge the situation, but sometimes I feel like I've heard these stories or read them on Facebook. I know they're fake, but, like, the one where it's like, oh, don't shine your lights at a car that has its lights
Yeah.
off or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like, come on now, like, it's common courtesy to just do shit like that.
It is, but some people take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's how Ted Bundy was getting chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretending like his car was broke down and then...
Oh, Ted Bundy, dude, he was just crazy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Crazy man.
But he was, like, smooth. He was a silver tongue.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Talk to any women.
Oh, yeah.
But I think in that woman that he had a friend. Like, I'm surprised he actually had one, like, chick friend that he didn't kill.
Right?
And she came out, like, years later and was like, yeah, I know who he is. And,
Got the balls on her to come out and say that.
yeah. After all those years.
Probably would have just held that one on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine, like, watching the news and seeing, like, a sketch of this dude you're friends with is a serial killer? You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Ted Bundy is kind of like the local, everyone.
Yeah.
Because that cabin, everyone claims.
Yeah.
The troop I was in as a kid was a couple, the troop leader and den leader, respectively. So we learned Girl Scout stuff and Boy Scout stuff at the same time with no stigmas on what we should learn. So that's cool. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Because people forget, like you were saying about the knitting and cooking, like, if you can learn all those skills, you're just like a universal person at that point. Like, what if you get stuck somewhere and you have to knit your own clothes, cook your own food, and build your own fire? Like, you know all of it.
Yep. And they have these little packs, too, that, like, do, like, survival packs or whatever. They have, a needle in there. And
Yeah.
a fish hook and like.
Yeah.
That's like so if you get stuck or stranded. Yeah.
I have one of those in my house just in case, because like.
Just anywhere.
I don't have those I don't have like bad anxiety, but I still think like every once in a while I'm like, man, that earthquake's coming.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
The earthquake.
Hopefully it doesn't come, but they say any day.
I think Utah would be super prepared because like every Mormon household has like food supply set up.
Yep, everyone's already stocked up.
Yeah.
We're ready. We've been ready for that earthquake for 20 years.
Right? Everyone's just waiting.
It's a coming.
Yeah.
All the buildings now are like built so that they're all earthquake prepared. So
Yeah.
any of these new structures that they've just built aren't gonna fall down.
No, they're gonna be good.
Yeah. They might have some like a
Little
bit
wobble.
damage, yeah, but
They won't go down.
yeah, it's crazy. Like if you've ever been in an earthquake, like you don't even know sometimes you're in an earthquake.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like when I was living in California, we had an earthquake there, and the only way I realized that we had an earthquake was that I noticed, like, looking up at the ceiling in the corner, there was a crack.
Oh, shit.
Like a crack in the drywall.
Yeah.
It wasn't there before, and I was just...
It's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's the only way I found out.
You're like, oh shit.
When did you live down in California?
When was it? Not last year, but the year before.
How was that?
Good. I lived down there. I went for pest control technician. Like I was door-to-door salesman.
Yeah.
So I was a door-to-door salesman for a while, and then I was just not a very good salesman. Just because I can't lie to people and be like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
Right?
Buy this for $200. $200 for 6 times a month a year, or for every 3 months, 6 times a year.
Right.
So,
See, I did door-to-door sales too, but I was doing security out in Texas, and I had the same problem.
Yeah.
I just couldn't fucking tell people that they needed it.
Yeah.
I was just
Like, you need this. There's bugs here. Like a few of my sales, I did lie. Like I made good sales too. I was like, the sales I did make, they were like highest contract you get, like $250 for the startup and $250 for the monthly charge.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh hell yeah, dude! Like, swindle them. And then they're like, call back later and like, oh, I thought you said this was gonna happen and this. I thought you guys did. Like, I tell them like, oh yeah, we'll come in and block off that fence hole where the rats are getting. like, just over promise them like, and never deliver.
Yeah.
Never deliver.
Yeah, 8 months later, like, man, I think we got swindled.
Yeah.
I got 2 headlamps on my desk, so I'm prepared. There you go, Salty Frank. What time are we at?
Hour 27.
Oh, wow.
So, whenever you guys want to call it.
Well, fuck. What's the last topic we should end on? Do you have anything coming in that you wanted to...
Hair follicle testing.
Bullshit!
It's bullshit. They shouldn't do it.
Not allowed.
I've been told 90 days is how long a hair follicle lasts.
Motherfucker's gonna be surprised when I show up bald.
Not a hair on your body, just shaved.
Shaved.
Test me.
You put gasoline and burn off every hair on your body, just like...
Do you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I've seen a few episodes.
I was gonna say there's an episode where one of the dudes shaves all of his hair and then starts rubbing hand sanitizer on himself. It's like, I gotta be pure.
Yeah, that show's so fucking good.
Yeah. What's that guy's name?
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Yeah.
He's a creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the best part of that show.
Yeah, he is.
That show reminds me of like Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I really love Seinfeld so much.
Seinfeld's good.
Yeah, Salty. We're gonna do a night stream as well.
Yeah. If we wake up.
If you
Hitting the double dipper tonight.
Yeah, this is an awesome show,
Yeah, it's good times.
Just hanging out, talking about shit.
Here, I should probably answer. Oh,
You good?
No, I didn't want this one. Nothing. I'm just in this podcast right now. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Are you doing that Dragon Ball Z thing tonight? The Redwood Lounge? Cool. Alright, where are you at? Okay. Alright, well, I was gonna go to Centerville anyways. Going to Todd's house.
What?
Oh, I'm not gonna pick him up. They're just gonna smoke me out.
What did he say? It's a cam
Oh,
girl's
yeah.
Twitter.
Okay,
Really?
bye. Oh, wow, okay.
He said his Twitter's a cam girl's Twitter. Huh. So, like,
Wait, what happened?
they said his Twitter is a cam girl Twitter.
A cam girl Twitter?
Is it really?
I
I don't know what you mean, Salty.
Are you talking about the profile picture? Like,
The profile picture's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. That's what it means right there.
Yeah.
It's like, has the sign up.
yeah. Fuck.
Well, should we call it for now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
might as well.
All right, everyone. Do you have any social medias you want to plug? We usually put people's social medias if you have anything people want to follow you on.
Usually, well, the only thing I ever, I like to play Fortnite on Xbox One.
Yeah? What's your gamer tag?
Stony Leaf 5146.
Okay, let me write it down.
If anyone wants to play.
And that's the only thing that's, you can follow me on Instagram, but I don't post. I just barely changed my profile picture from last year. So it was over a year since I changed my profile picture.
Is that right? Stony Lee 5431?
Wait, 50... I don't remember. Maybe it was 5146.
5146?
Yeah.
I'll send it.
Yeah, we've been playing some Fortnite too. Game pisses me off.
Yeah.
It seriously does. I hate it. I hate it.
It is so enraging, but you want to win.
Yeah.
I'm just like, here, I go be live streaming, I just turn off my mic. Just,
Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, I've tried to do that. I tried to live stream on Fortnite, but every time I do, it's we lose. It's trying to get everyone to group up and to run around together so you don't
Yeah.
don't get ambushed. But that's the tough part. If you don't play with anybody and you just go there and you just
Solo stuff.
Solo is tough.
Yeah.
yeah, fucking, makes me so mad.
All right, Salty Frank and everyone else who's left. We'll be back in probably 7-8 hours.
Yeah, later,
We're
guys.
gonna have some cervezas.
Yeah,
There you go,
fucking.
exactly.